No, I'm saying that's Chris Kovac. Or he's coming into this office. Meaning, fucking I don't know.
Doug, explain
You're live.
yourself.
We're live?
You're live. You got 10.
10. Alright. Who do we got? Doesn't matter. Here's the point. Okay.
C. Pizzle, Pelter,
What's
Irvin.
up, Christian? Do you know...
Chris is in a meeting.
Did you do stand-up comedy? Did I see that? Oh my god, I didn't know that was your thing. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He said he's in London pimping you, C. Pizzles.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going on stage and like.
Okay.
Who is C. Pizzle?
That's Christian Phillips, who
Oh,
owns
I
San
don't.
Diego.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know
Well, now
his
you
Twitter
do.
name. Now I
That's
know.
That's a street name. Okay, so here's the question, y'all. We're okay. So, Drawn to Death. I'm going to pretend in this conversation you've played it. I don't know if you've played it. Let's pretend you have. So, we're coming at this from the perception that, or from the angle that, the game is much more enjoyed and appreciated once you understand sort of more of the nuance and the characters and the specials. And we've seen people come in and play the game like a traditional shooter and kind of avoid the special moves. They don't know about their L1 navigation moves. They don't understand the relationships between characters, all that stuff. And, you know, we see a very clear correlation between people who sort of get what we're trying to do with the game. And again, get's the wrong verb because it makes it sound like the other people aren't smart enough. But it's just who are able to sort of engage with what we want to do with the game, which is make sort of a shooter brawler, and people who just play it like a shooter. The ones who kind of see both tend to stick around longer, play longer, and hopefully ultimately become long-term fans of it. The ones who pick it up and think they're playing a new Call of Duty that just has a cool art style, more often than not, they kind of like wash out relatively quickly. And so we know we're going to lose people who are just looking for another straight-up shooter, that, of course. But what we're trying to do is make sure we're doing everything in our power to explain the game well enough that if you are inclined to like this kind of game, you stick around. So that's the high concept, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you've played the game, I'm going to pitch you a potential new flow that we are thinking about proposing to Sony. And since Christian's on the chat, you can just green light it right here. We're not going to pitch this to. We're not going to give this to Christian and say here. But I'm saying this is sort of we want to kind of field this and get a sense of are we barking up the right tree? Okay.
He said, "Let's do this."
Yeah, that's green light. Legal. It's legal. Okay. Okay. So here, let me just walk through it. Okay. So you start, right now we throw you into a big long training thing, which we think is a mistake. We're starting to realize that may be a mistake. Not to have the training, but to throw you in right away. So we're thinking of starting a much more truncated, simple version of the training, which is basically just sort of getting you acclimated with how you move, how you shoot, how you look around, what your sensitivity is, and then boom, you're out. We're going to put you into your first game. So we're gonna forgo for the moment all of the other training of the beginning of the game, how to use your character specials and all that stuff. In terms of, you'll know how to use them, but you don't know necessarily what they do or whatever. So then we bring you into your first game. You can choose if you want a ranked game or an unranked game, because it's coming to my attention, which I never thought about this, that a lot of people are intimidated to go into ranked multiplayer games. So we throw you into a ranked or unranked. Everything that is unlocked in the first player experience, meaning like 10 weapons, 4 characters, all of that is unlocked. So for the next 35 games, you can use whatever you want. Use whatever character you want, whatever weapons you want. And when you go into the game, your first game, ranked or unranked, there'll be about 8 or 9 very simple things. Get your first kill, change your weapon, throw a grenade, just basic stuff that when you do those things, you'll just earn war tokens, and if you do all of them, maybe you'll earn a free weapon or something like that. So it's just sort of a breadcrumb trail to get people into the game once they've actually started. At any time, you can go into training if you want to, but ultimately, after those 30 or 35 games where you have everything, a new system will begin where every week we will rotate 2 free characters in and 2 or 3 free weapons in. You'll also earn enough war tokens in those first games to also buy some weapons if you want for yourself that are out of the rotation. But that way you'll always have fresh weapons and fresh characters coming into the rotations. And at that point, the hope is that anytime within that, you can go back to training and do the whole thing where you'll learn about your character, you have to do the hand, 3 or 4 other things that we sort of force you to go through after hopefully you've already invested in the game with a number of battles. And at the end of that, we give you one free character of your choice. So the idea would be that sort of we put training sort of at the end versus the beginning, because by the time you're invested in the game, hopefully you actually want to learn this stuff versus being forced to learn it at the beginning where you don't really have a context or you're not even engaged with the game yet. Why do you want to go through all this training? So I hope that makes sense. I'm probably leaving out a couple of things. We're going to do a little bit more work with the narrator for new players, because some players are understanding the game win condition, like you lose points when you die. Some people are like, what the fuck's going on? We're going to straighten that stuff out. Am I missing any crucial? Okay, so that's the gist. Doug, am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Italian clowns, can you put your name back up again? I want to take down what you said. When someone said they love the art and they want you to be on something called Four Guys with Quarters.
Okay, that was
just
not helpful.
This is moving forward.
I know, I'm kidding.
Team progress.
I'm happy to be on any podcast that they will let me be on. And that
Colton Stock, greetings from USC.
Ooh, USC, I went to USC.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got everything. A lot of people were saying they like the character rotation. Some people were missing the first player experience. I think it's just I don't know.
What do you mean they're missing?
It just said someone missed the first player experience. So you're saying there's a basic tutorial and a more advanced?
Yeah. Yes. There's a basic tutorial. What's that?
I'm answering the question. Yeah, the basic tutorial would be a little shorter than it is now.
Well, much shorter. It's just basically going through the hallways, learning your basic navigation, learning how to change weapons, setting your invert look, yes or no. Pretty much that, and then we pop you out into a battle, which is either ranked or unranked, or at that point you can go back into training and do the whole thing. But yeah, the first training is probably about 15 or 10% of the duration of what the current training is.
Quicker tutorial would be much better. Someone doesn't want to piss off the frog.
But will the frog be pleased?
The frog will probably. I mean, the frog. If you have to.
Yeah, Christian. That's the point. Is going back to training.
I don't know. I can't. What did they say?
So I think faster game sounds great. Then you can go back into training. So yeah, that's the idea: is to get into the games much faster, and then if you want to do training, you can get into training later.
I think the fear has always been that if we don't train you on the unique aspects of the game, people are going to end up sort of walking away from the game if they don't just inherently know those things. However, I think if we give players kind of the ability to play around with stuff for free for a while, I think that's probably a better way to go. And then, yeah, if they're interested because of that, then they'll seek out the training, which will be right there. It'll be right in front of them. It's not like we're going to hide it. So, does anybody listening to this feel this is a bad idea, assuming you've played Drawn to Death so far?
Lady Hawk said she loved the frog in training.
Tenko, the theaters are going to be unlocked soon. We've got 3 out of 4 of the Hall of History.
Oh, the Hall of History. Lady Hawk said what?
She loved frog in training.
Yeah, we're not going to get rid of that. That's not going. He'll still be in the intro and he'll be in the extended training. He just won't be, and it'll be the first thing you see is the frog. It's just that it won't be that long unless you want to go right back into it. So, any other? I mean, does anybody think fuck? Don't do this. You're an idiot. Well, not that you're an idiot. They may think that, but let's just put that over there and say, does anybody think don't do this?
Christian says do it. That's sign off, right? He said do it twice.
Dude, he's fucking drunk in London. He's about to go on stage at the London Improv.
Tenko, I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
What do you say? What?
Frog is DLC.
Yeah, no. But seriously, now the one caveat to all of this might very well be this is work, right? I mean, obviously no shit, but it's work to get this in to the point that it might mean some of the stuff that we want to launch with post-launch may get shifted. It doesn't mean like if you've never played the game before or when we wipe accounts, you'll be getting fresh updates every single week for the most part. But we had planned to come out quickly after all of that material had been burned through with a set of brand new material. Like if you've been following the Twitches and stuff, like there's like the Grindhouse Lunch Lady level, and there's like Sticks and Bones, the boat ride through hell level. All of that is obviously still coming, but it probably would get pushed a little because we have to divert. We're a really small team. resources to do this. But it feels, I'm looking at Nick because I'm not sure, but my gut says it feels like if we do all of that at the expense of this, we may not have enough of an audience to merit a lot of new content.
Yeah.
Because we have to do everything we can to build the audience, and hopefully the audience we have, that likes the game may stick around an extra month for brand new content. We don't want to do that, but
Yeah.
Christian said to ask Raymond and his team, Ramon.
Yeah, well, actually, we went through, Christian. We've gone through. We will, but we went through the deck that they put together based on the focus groups, and we had seen a bunch of stuff on our end, and then looking at that deck as well was like, I think we did a checkbox or something and hit every issue for the most part that they had in that deck. So we're obviously going to run this by those guys, and obviously you guys, but in terms of like other groups within to see what they think, QA as well. But before we even wrote it up, and we just wanted to kind of toss out I don't know what the word is, the net, and see if we caught any fish. That's horrible.
Nice.
But you know what? If you're brave enough to go on stage and do stand-up, I'm just going to fucking toss metaphors and similes and not really think about them. So there you go. There's one.
Jaffe stand-up.
And, Lady Hawk had some comments. They're going by so fast.
Okay, we'll look Pelter and Lady Hawk. We can't address them because they're going. But you have them saved, or you have them?
It's just
Pelter and Lady Hawk, can you put your comments on the forums? We will get to them.
Oh, we should put this on the forum too.
And this will
I
go.
think we can save this to the forums. The Sony guys can do it.
CP says faster into game is always good.
Colton wants you to do a Q&A at USC.
What department? Like, is that the interactive group or the engineering group or what?
They won't happen.
Not till
They don't let
not till
riff
Dean
raff
Daly's
in.
gone. Didn't let me into film school back in the day. No, thank you.
No, you didn't let yourself into
No, you know why? Because I wasn't well-rounded enough. No, I wasn't. You know why? You know what I was doing while people were fucking going all over the goddamn globe, trying to save the fucking whales? Guess what I was doing? Making goddamn movies. You'd think I could be in the goddamn film school because I was making fucking movies. But oh, no. You gotta fucking go off and sing Kumbaya and make a fucking movie about it. Fuck you. You know what? I like commercial movies. Okay, Dean Daly, so there you go. I like car chases. I like explosions. Anyway, so I like Dean Daly. She's nice. I'm just teasing. But yeah, I'd love to come out to USC. Absolutely. I think I'm going to go speak in Gordon's class. Anyway, the point is, let's get back to this. So any other feedback, or anybody watching? I don't know how many viewers we got. Like 10,
14.
Oh yeah, Pelter is just advocating for each character kind of having their own tutorial, kind of like what we talked about and stuff.
It would be it couldn't. I don't want to go down as far that road as we had talked about, because I think every time we make a character, we just don't have the resources.
Yeah.
But I think we could do it in such a way that we're linearizing what we currently have in that upper area, where we kind of say, okay, do Diablo's whip in 3 different colors and kill 3 different enemies, and then that opens up the next special. But I don't think we build a whole tutorial per character. It would add so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe people get to use their abilities by giving them war tokens?
Huh? What's he mean? Sheen? Who's that?
I don't know. I couldn't read the rest of it before I faded off the screen.
I mean, there are, if you look over here, this means nothing because it's all hard to see, but basically at the beginning of your games, you will have simpler things like, okay, get a kill with your special, or just switch to your special, and there will be war token rewards for those very, very simple things, just to sort of, most players won't come in and rank first or second on their first match, and we want to make sure that they're feeling rewarded as they come. So, okay.
DJ, you're going to get dropped into a quicker tutorial than what we currently have now, and then you can quit it, and with the proposed thing here, go into an unranked match.
Or ranked, if you
Or
want.
ranked, and then...
Yeah, we're going to make sure you know how to move the character, look around, fire your weapons, and then we're going to kick you out of that tutorial, let you join a game if you want. Then if you want to go back into the tutorial and complete it, we'll give you a free character for doing so, but you don't have to do it. And we don't force you to go into that whole section unless you want to go back.
Prodigy, the war token rewards come in the form of missions for the characters. Each character should have some missions that make you get, kills or kill other
some
players and
missions
stuff.
is
For
not missions like a campaign.
Yeah, I know. Character mission, daily missions that you would do that get you war tokens for doing specials.
I think Pelter's asking if we could do, if like the community guys can do tutorials for the characters, or just post them on the forum.
Oh fuck yeah! God damn man, we've been wanting to do video. We don't. This would be a supplement. We don't think that's the main way to do it, but we've been wanting to do video tutorials for the characters, and we just honestly we don't have the resources right now. So not just to make them, but just to plan them. We're just super slammed. But yeah, if anybody wants to make character tutorials, we would be super grateful. And we'd love to get them up on the forums, kind of in a special section, even if they turn out good, you know. That'd be awesome. Okay, so I guess that's anybody. What I really want to know is, does anybody say, "Don't you fucking dare change it"? Because otherwise, I'm going to type this up, and we're going to talk to hopefully Jeremy and Bob tomorrow, maybe after we talk to the team, and say, "What do you guys think about doing this?" So, are you guys seeing any comments like, "Don't fucking do it"? Douglas?
Haven't seen anything yet.
That they're really choppy. So yeah, if you guys post stuff on the forum too.
Yeah.
Because I know like Lady Hawks had some stuff. When the Icy guy had some stuff.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get this up on the forum. So yeah, drawntodeath.com. You'll see it up there. So hopefully, if you have any thoughts that you didn't get to share here, or if you weren't watching us live, you can post there. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And Christian, good luck in Europe. We can't wait to hear how it goes. See you guys.